Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe, the Panther, the Third. And now introducing to the mic, my awesome co-host for this wild trip around the world and through the woods and on top of Candy Mountain. The happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe?
Man, are you in the mood for Candy, Geek?
Yeah, but first I gotta say one thing before we introduce the guest. I don't want to cut you off, but
that's a horrible person.
But you know, it's kind of crazy interviewing wrestlers this weekend.
Yeah. Thank you, Johnny.
Do you want to elaborate on that, or you want to elaborate on that after the show a little bit? After
the show, would you do that to Howard Finkel in the middle of announcing who the new champion was? Hold on, Howard. Wait a second. Let's talk about this. And how dare you? Okay.
All right.
Let me get my announcement. Would you interrupt Howard Finkel in the middle of saying welcome to WrestleMania? How dare you? And here we go. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome from Sugar Plum Mountain, Aliyah Mia Sweet.
Hi guys, what's going on?
What's going on?
Quick correction, it's Candy Mountain.
Oh, Candy Mountain. I was watching the wrong intro. Then
you were probably watching Wreck-It Ralph.
I love that movie. Great movie.
Awesome. So, if our fans aren't familiar with you, and why wouldn't they be? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Aliyah Mia. Sweet or Garcia. You can go with either or. I'm fine with both of them. They're both my last name. But I'm Aliyah Mia. I'm probably the sweetest wrestler you will ever come across. And I am residing in Northern California, close to the Bay Area. Trained from East Bay Pro Wrestling, and yeah, I'm just climbing my way up that ladder of professional wrestling, and I'm here.
Awesome. So you want to start the questions off, Geeky? Because I did it for the last guest.
Yeah, all right. So who trained you?
I have two trainers. Well, I like to say three, but one of them doesn't like to get mentioned that much, but I'm gonna mention him anyways. So my two head trainers is Anton Voorhees and Rick Luxury. Anton trained me almost up until I debuted, and then Rick Luxury stepped in when Anton moved on from East Bay Pro Wrestling, which is where I train at. And then Maynard Skinner had a hand in some of my training too. He's the one that's like, don't talk about me. But yeah.
Doing good, reading the guy in the chat, the King. We're doing good, the King.
Yeah, we're here with Aliyah Mia Sweets.
We're here, Aliyah Mia Sweets, the sweetest wrestler you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
So,
from Candy Mountain, Joe.
From Candy Mountain.
Yeah. So
Joe's still going through the table.
Geek, I'm not going through the table. Now me in my corner. That ain't happening. The one thing that our little friend from Money, Power, Respect said to me that I would have to tuck my chin if he threw me through a table. Is that true?
I mean, you'd probably want to tuck your chin. If not, you're gonna get some really bad whiplash. So I would tuck my chin. I ain't about to hit my head on canvas or the concrete or wherever this table is set up.
Yeah.
Josh, by the way, says he loves the hair, by the way.
Aw, thank you.
And he was telling us he went to New Japan last week in LA. Did you go to that? Did you go to that or
No, I didn't go to that. I think one of my buddies did though. He mentioned it. I completely forgot about it, to be honest.
Sold out. He just said sold out.
Sold out.
Like our shows every night.
The Good Brothers and God came face to face, which was crazy. I don't know if you saw the clips.
I have not. I've been also like busy with this weekend and stuff. So.
Is it defending your belt?
I actually didn't defend my belt on this show because I'm the champion of
Oh,
our
yeah.
student shows.
Show the belt
Yeah.
off. Show us the
Show your
belt.
belt off. Oh, there he is.
It's
There's
right
your
there.
wrestling brother. There's Riley
Boom.
Measures.
You want to show
Yeah.
you?
And just a little stab at money, power, and respect. Yeah, I beat Marco in the finals of the tournament for that championship with one arm. So just saying, but yeah, I'm the champion for.
He may
that
be
show.
listening, to be honest, because
Oh, I hope they are.
because he comes in our chat sometimes. So
Oh, he better be listening.
As I said, the guy in the chat right now, Riley Measures. That's when I remember I told you that a British wrestler may be coming in the chat. There he is.
Oh, hello.
Mr. Riley. Geek, you always do that. The guest is reading the comment and you go, boom. There he is. See you, Mr. Riley Measures.
Nice.
Straight out of London, England. Better, worst impression ever. Not sponsored by soda I'm drinking. Yeah, so who would you say was like your toughest opponent you've had so far in your career?
Ooh, toughest opponent. Ruby Reyes was pretty tough. She did beat me for my East Bay Pro Wrestling Ladies Championship, unfortunately. She bruised my ribs, so like she was pretty tough. I had to wrap up my ribs the next couple of shows following that, so probably Ruby Reyes. Ruby Reyes is up there, and I don't want to say Marco because I feel like it's gonna go to his head, and he's gonna be like, "You hear that? Aliyah Mia said I was her toughest opponent," so we're just gonna act like he's not even there, you know.
And you're the first person from your promotion to get a podcast promo on Dudes at Ringside. He didn't even do the Money, Power, Respect promo. I didn't see it. Kimberly, Beautiful Psycho. Geek, did you see them on the calendar? On the calendar?
Marco cut a promo though.
Did Jordan?
I saw something where like Marco slammed somebody in his promo.
Yeah, he had somebody in a headlock in the promo.
I think it was Robert Taylor, who, shout out to Robert Taylor, is also climbing the ladder. He's been improving a lot. But like I was like, wow, okay. Like you can't just like cut a promo and be like, hey, I'm gonna be on the show. No, he had to go slam somebody over it. Like what a bully.
That's so mean.
I know. Like I don't see what the purpose of that was.
Yeah, I mean, he is a bully, but Joe's still going through the table.
I'm gonna, you know, I may be low, but if I ever come to LA and if I get a chance to, I'm pretty quick and I'm pretty strong and I know how to lock a mean sleeper hold. So Marco, you come to trap me through a table. I'm gonna grab your legs and me and Liam gonna hit you with the three dose candy bar.
Oh.
W boy style, boy.
Oh, gummy bear hug.
Yeah, man, gummy bear hug, baby.
Boom.
East Coast, West Coast, 3D, baby.
He's not gonna like if he's listening. He's not gonna like hearing that.
He's gonna pull me over the barricade. It's over.
It's over. If you come to one of the shows, that's it. He's gonna come up to you and be like, Joe,
like
I don't care. He's like, but Joe will be like, I need to sign the waiver, and then he's like, Marco just ripped the waiver up. He's like, what waiver? What are we talking about here?
He said it on the podcast. Didn't you hear it? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Geek. Next question. We're rambling.
we have actually a question from the.
Oh, we have a question in the chat.
Yeah. What got you into wrestling?
Video games. Surprisingly, when I was about 3 or 4, we had a PlayStation 1 where we played one of the WWF games. I don't know which one it was because I was so young. But we would play that, and funny story. My parents didn't want us watching wrestling because they were like, it's too violent. and here I am. So, coming towards 2009, we got a PlayStation 3. We got the Legends of WrestleMania, the game,
I remember that.
and we just loved it. My dad grew up watching wrestling, so he knew all of them. But yeah, we started playing that, and then myself and my brother were like, I want to start watching it like on TV live. And my dad was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And ever since then, I've been watching. So yeah, video games.
So out of all those games you just said, which one was like your like if you had to go back to it now, which game would you be like, I gotta play that game today?
Besides like the Legends of WrestleMania, maybe SmackDown versus Raw 2010 on the DS. I still have it. It's actually probably in that drawer over there, but I played so many hours on that game. Like, I remember my siblings being like, Mom, she's not doing her homework. Like, she's playing the game. And I'd be like, stop. You would be addicted too if you had it. Like, it's just like a childhood favorite game, I think. Yeah.
I haven't played
this for Me and Geek. Oh my gosh! If you knew us in college, you would have loved us because we were so cool and we're so funny, haha. But you would have hated us because Me and Geek would do is sit and play SmackDown. This guy we were best friends with, that's not in the chat yet. That should have been in the chat already. His name on Twitch is Thunderfeet. We would want to go for dinner. And was it lunch, Geek? It was like dinner. So he would come for us to see what we're doing about lunchtime. You guys want to go for lunch? No, I want to. We'll eat some snacks, some chips. We're playing. Then by dinner time, guys, let's go for dinner. And we're like, still playing. Same freaking match. Same match. By the time dinner time, Aliyah, we were like this in the center of the ring. Each hit, the guy was just wobbling and wobbling.
Right.
And wobbling.
Yeah, I haven't played the SmackDown vs. Raw games in so long. It's like I remember the original games with the SmackDowns on the PS1, I believe, when the graphics were so bad and everything was just so repetitive. The games have come such a long way. I remember. Oh yeah. I wonder what they're talking about. Michael Cole would just say, "I want," like in the little box words. I'll be like,
"Oh yeah." But it was hilarious.
Joe remembers what I'm talking about.
So Me and Geek would all my other friends would go into did you ever go into detail and make your wrestler like exactly like you, or did you make it like sort of?
I mean, for a while, like they didn't have the setting to like make female wrestlers, and if they did, they were always like wearing really skimpy clothes. So I would always like make a guy version of myself, and like it would always be like, I don't know what this character is, but it's my character and I get to play as myself, you know.
Yeah.
When I became a wrestler though, I think on one of the games I made Aliyah Mia Sweets on there, but as a kid it wasn't like exactly like me.
Oh, what is some of your inspirations? Like, who are some inspirations
for wrestling? Like as like wrestlers?
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, most definitely. He's my favorite of all time. If it weren't for him, I don't know if I would be a wrestler. He's just inspired me so much. His book is actually, I think, sitting right beside me over here next to my laptop. So him. Who else? Lita's dope. Lita was one of the characters on the game that I played when I was about 3 or 4, and I always loved playing her. AJ Lee, because she was really like short and petite, but she was a tomboy, and I really identified with that, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's somebody like me that like wants to be a real wrestler, and you know, not just like a pretty model or something. And I was told a lot growing up, like, you can't be a wrestler, like, you're too short. And I was like, this woman is 5'2", is the longest reigning Divas champ, has won Slammies. Like, don't you try to tell me I can't be a wrestler. I'm going to do what I want when I grow up. So those are a couple of them. I'm inspired by so many wrestlers, but those are just like the ones that come off the top of my head.
Yeah. That like I was back when we were starting the podcast, there was a woman, she's a wrestling fan and she just like modeling, and I mentioned divas, and she went all Cujo on me and said like, it's not called divas, that's this right, the whatever. I was just like, guess you don't want to come on our podcast, delete chat. Okay, we done with this. I got scared. I feared for my life. And I was like, no, panic attack, run away. But yeah, so okay. Do you have any upcoming events?
Let me check my calendar because I know I do. It's just a matter of actually remembering the dates.
Oh no.
So I mean, like,
You're just like Joe.
I'm pretty much
with the
just
calendar.
like, I know that I'm working like on the weekend at a show.
What?
So let's see. I think my next show, I'm working at East Bay Pro Wrestling Student Showcase. See, now you're reminding me.
Oh, that's what I always do. I always tell the people.
I'm facing Marco Mania on that day for my title.
He's gonna lose.
Yeah, he's gonna lose. So
We have
spoiler alert. You could come on August 22nd to see me beat Marco. And then on August 28th, I'm also booked at East Bay Action Coast Wrestling. September 4th, I am also working. So August 22nd, August 28th, and September 4th are the latest dates that you want to keep your eyes out. Which just follow my social medias. I always post when I'm wrestling.
Yeah. Ew.
Yep.
Before our mod's head explodes, do you have any pets? And if you do, we are floof friendly.
What does that mean?
Like,
what is floof friendly?
Floofs are
pet friendly. Pet friendly.
like pets that they're fluffy. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I actually have 3 chickens. One, his name is Peep, because she just looked like the candy Peep, you know. Another one's is S'mores. She is black and white. Yes, I had a hand in naming them. You could probably tell. And another one's name is Arrow, because when she was little, she looked like she had an arrow on her head. Kind of grew out of it, though. And then we have 3 dogs, a pit bull, a husky, and a Jack Russell. The pit bull's name is Neela. The Jack Russell is Hero. And then the husky is Chloe. So that's our pets.
Interesting. Yeah. I thought also we have chickens of that. A geek, that's the first on the podcast, right?
I don't think anybody's ever had chickens on our podcast.
Dude, that Ringside Podcast history. Dude, that Ringside Podcast history. You made history.
Breaking history. Right there.
Geek gets mad at me when I say that because he's like, Joe, we make history every time we turn the camera on with the wrestler from a different country. So, like, I say that, and then it gets all gotcha goofy, and it's always history, dummy.
Look, chickens are a big deal, man. Yeah. I feel like people don't appreciate chickens enough. Just saying.
Chickens at ringside.
Yes, chickens at ringside.
Yeah.
Oh, she's always having a little goofy red ad ringside thing. Like we have
phones at ringside, right?
But when my house phone rings, and we had the meeting of the 2 people before the call. Yeah, I'm so happy my mom met someone that I like. That was fun. That was fun when the mom meets somebody. Yeah.
Phones at ringside.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to think. You already said you created yourself. Has a fan ever given you like a gift of them creating you like as like a toy?
No, not as a toy. No. I've gotten a couple of gifts. I think one is right here. This is a necklace that Emily Wu gave me. So now I'm gonna have to tell her like, hey, I mentioned you on the podcast. She comes to all the East Bay Pro shows, but this is it. Unfortunately, though, like it doesn't fit over me. So I normally just wrap it around like a bracelet a couple times. Boom. So yeah, she made me that. They also made me, her and her friends made me a sign. The second time I wrestled out of state, which was, no, actually it was the third time. It was the second time I wrestled out in Texas. A fan made me a sign and it had peppermints on it, and it was just like really special to me because it was my second time out in Texas. Like I wasn't expecting to have any fans, so I was like, oh, like you took the time out to make me a sign. And then I've gotten like a few drawings here and there.
I saw the ones on Instagram.
Yeah.
You posted the one. I was looking at the picture, and then it was like the different girls in the picture. It was one of a girl that's in your picture with all the different girls. Do you know Mariah Morano?
Like Lisa Lace?
I think that's her name.
I'm like, am I allowed to say that? Yeah.
Yeah. She was on our podcast, last week, Geek?
I think was it her that said there was another candy girl or
Yeah, there is. She's like, there's another candy girl. I was like,
there is. She's down in SoCal. I'm up in NorCal. We actually had a match against each other. That was interesting. We had like both of our lollipops up and we were like smacking each other's lollipops until she smacked mine off, and I was like, oh, it's fight time now. And then we wrestled. But there's another candy girl, and I know Lisa Lace. She was my tag partner when I wrestled the Iconics on Raw.
Yeah, I saw. He didn't believe me. He's like, she's on Raw, and I said, yeah, I watched the match. I did research.
Good job. Good job, because the commentators did not do research on us at all.
WWE does not usually do research anyway. They just say you're a jobber, and that's your job to lose.
But I mean, Michael Cole could have asked me what my name was. He saw me geared up, but I'm sure he was pretty busy too. But I'm just saying, he knew I was there.
With the Iconics,
damn Michael Cole, you're supposed to know everybody in the business, you know?
Oh boy.
With the Iconics, nice.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, backstage, yes. During the match, no.
Yeah, I meant
saw the way she yelled at me.
Yeah.
She came for me, and I was like, I'm not even tagged in. Like, you're not about to like hurt me right now. I'm not even tagged in the match. And she's all like, stay out of the ring, toots. Like, she and then we got to the back, and they were like all nice again.
Yeah, character, no character.
Yeah.
I know you wrestle on the West Coast. Have you ever come east?
I have not yet. I have yet to come to the east side.
Well, when you do, drop us a message if it's in New York or in Long Island. Drop a message. Tell us in a week or 2 weeks in advance. Yeah. I live in Long Island. Geek lives in Long Island. I live in PA. Geek lives on Long Island. We will plan it. We will go to your show, and me and Geek will totally make signs and welcome to New York.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
You like pizza?
I do like pizza.
Oh, well, there you go, Geek. A new friend of.
I guess this is going to be now known as the Dudes at Candy Pizza Party.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to put.
I'm trying to think what kind of good candies would go on pizza.
Licorice.
Maybe licorice. Maybe like Mexican kind of candy because it's like chili. Yeah. That could work. Or we could get the gummy pizzas. Those are really good.
Oh, those are good too.
Yeah.
Do they have a big one? The gummy ones? The big gummy pizzas? Don't they have big ones?
I don't know if they have big ones. I've only seen the personalized, or not personalized, individual sizes. Maybe they have big ones.
Or you could be like Mr. Deeds right there and be like, pizza with gumballs.
I know.
Gumballs. But then when you eat it, you're gonna be chewing gum, and gum and food don't go good together. Like if it's a lollipop that has gum in the middle, great. But pizza, no.
I have the town I live in Pennsylvania is called Milford, and we had an old school candy place, an old school that you go in and you put stuff in the bags.
Yeah.
Oh man, you would love that place. It's a strip of stores. It's like the first one. It's like there's a restaurant here, and then you walk around the corner. There's like you can get outdoor stuff, and then my God, go away, people! In the middle of the podcast. How DC or doing a show, DC? Yes, DC. Yes.
It's like all the wrestlers know that we're doing a podcast at this time, and then they say, "Oh, let's ring them now so we can get on the podcast."
It never fails. There's a few promotions that if you ever come east, I suggest you definitely have to check out VPW.
Okay.
Victory Pro. They're really good. Geek was just at a show they did. They did a Royal Rumble.
Oh.
It was all men, and then one woman was in it. So next year, keep that in your mind with the Gold Rush Rumble, and mention that, hey, I've wrestled against men. I want to jump in the Rumble and try to win a chance to win a championship. Who are you? You go highlights. Watch my highlights, sir.
Right.
Then if you come and you're a mystery person in the Rumble and be like, don't tell them, guys, just show up. Okay. We're here. So yeah. Okay, here we go. And if you went to the movies, what would your favorite candy be? Just like if you had to put a dream candy.
Okay. So I really like the rainbow strips that they're like really sugary. Those are like a must, especially when you have them like right next to your popcorn. So you're eating popcorn and then like the rainbow strips. Pockies aren't really candy, but I really like eating Pockies.
Pocky?
Like, yeah. Have you tried them?
No, what is a Pocky? Sounds interesting.
A lot of people like Pocky.
It's like this little strip, not Poppy, not the girl that now sings for NXT. No, Pockies. They're like these not even strips. How would I say it? It's almost like this pastry stick, and
it's like a Japanese candy.
Yeah, and it has like chocolate at the end.
Right?
No, they're long. They're like sticks.
I have to see a picture of it. I feel silly now.
I gotta pull it up now.
Even me knows they're good.
And they have different ones. Yeah, they're good. They have like strawberries. Like they have so many different.
Our other friend that went to college with us, so he wouldn't get on the action on like actually getting mad at us. He would be doing like, I'll get the next match, and he'd be the next after dinner, right? But I want to do the match now. We gotta eat dinner. Right. Come on, guys. And it's funny because my guy, I would make him generically like me, so I give him like. I always make my guy with the shaved head and the tank top and the shorts and the boots. And I give him like whatever Latino wrestler was in the game at the time, I'd give him that song. Oh, so like gotcha. Because I'm little, so I made him little. I gave him like the bald head. My friends, one guy, if I had a mustache, I give him a mustache, a hat with the jacket. My guy every time is Kid Crazy. That's my trademark name that I've had since day one. Geek knows. Gotcha. That's like Geek character was the chick magnet.
CM Punk.
Yeah. he ripped off my name.
I found it though. Maybe I should put my brightness down. That way you can see it. That way there's not like a glare. It's those things.
Oh yeah, I sell those at my job. Yes, Key Food sells those.
Yes. Pockies, yes. They're great. They're not really candy, but like they're sweet treats, and I'm all things sweet. So yeah, probably those rainbow strip things and Pockies. Those are like the go-to.
Mine is Swedish Fish, the flat peaches or the round ones. And I like if I'm with somebody else share. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you paid $12 for that. Like I'm on a date, I'll be like, hey, you want to try it? You want to try? I'm the want to try guy. You want to try it?
Right.
Handing to my friends down the road until I have like one what's in the bag, and I'm like,
do chocolate count as candy too, or?
Yeah, of course.
Are we talking about hard candy?
No, it's whatever candy, really.
All right. I like peanut butter cups are awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
The Halloween ones are cool with it.
Everybody in the chat, put down your favorite candy. We'll read them off on the chat. So
yes, I would love to hear this.
Yes. Oh geez, this is a great. I guess this is a different type of podcast you've been on before.
I haven't really. I mean, I've been a part of like a couple of podcasts where like they read off comments, but like nothing where it's like super. How do I say it? Like super candy influence, where like people are putting their opinions about candy. And I love candy, so I'm just like, yes, I'm here for all of this. Let me know.
It's actually the first time we're doing this, so
we've never done this. We always just talk about wrestling, video games, stuff you collect, things like. I didn't say that. What do you collect? Do you collect anything?
Well, I'm starting to collect pops. The Edge one came from my sister-in-law, and then I bought Sword Art Online. It's an anime. Kyoto. So he's up there. And then you guys can't see it, but in front of me, I have a Roman Reigns, which was gifted, a Bailey. Pretty much all of my pops have been gifted. I have a Roman Reigns, a Bailey, Charlotte. I bought the Crash Bandicoot one because I have a love-hate relationship with Crash Bandicoot. And then I have an Ariel and Eric pop. So I'm trying to start collecting those. Oh, we have a comment. Butterfingers, I made them from scratch in college. What?
Yeah, that's our friend.
Are you gonna drop the recipe though?
Oh, dun dun dun.
Yeah, you can follow him.
I mean, you could share.
You could always Mima Mania. You could always message her on Instagram the recipe. She'll happily take that from you.
Yeah.
You always follow her too to help her out, right?
Follow her out, help her out.
That part too.
TikTok, follow her.
Oh yeah, that's right. We also have this, right? You can follow her on.
Hey, that's for my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Snapchat right there. Boom.
Don't forget to follow us.
That one's for my Twitter.
Don't forget to follow us on TikTok also, Aliyah. When the show's up. Dudes at Ringside. We got to put more clips. So we have to have some random funny clip from today that's like, you got to get that clip when she asked the Mima Mania, you're going to drop me the recipe, right? And have to go dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. I just candy fanatic.
What is your favorite anime? I'm more Studio Ghibli.
I need to watch Studio Ghibli because it looks adorable and I want to. I just haven't had the chance. But other side, Sword Art, that pop right there. It's far in the distance, but Sword Art Online is my favorite.
Right now for people that are just joining, we're doing your favorite candy in the chat. So just drop it down.
Favorite candy, drop it. Let's hear. I also like Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm more of like I used to get mad when I heard that they put the green in the spot of lime, but then it warmed up on me because like I'll see a red one and I'm like I love red and I'm like I'm gonna grab the green one now because it's apple. It used to bother me. I'd be like the last Skittle in the bag and I'm like talking to my friends eating. I'm like, no, what happened? Did I just have a stroke? Like, it would freak me out.
All right, we're getting people now. Kit Kats, we have.
What happened?
Kit Kats and Kit Kats.
Kit Kats are great.
Kit Kats are good.
Yeah, Reese's peanut butter cups. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. There's one.
Cups right? Or the bag with the little M&M wannabes.
For me personally, I like the cups better.
Yeah, I like the little M&M wannabes, but I'm like, that's another. Do you want to try? These are good. I paid $4 for this. You better give me kisses at the end of this movie. like I better be getting a hug or a high five at the end of this movie.
Some appreciation.
I'm that guy. I'm the friend that gives out nice, fun movie advice after the movie. I'm like, did you like it? Was it good? Oh, there's another promotion that you definitely should go to if you came to New York. The New York Wrestling Connection. You're a nice promotion too.
Okay, cool.
And we've known about, me and Geek have known about them for like at least 15 years. They're
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I grew up on Long Island, so I would go there with. We were all piling me, Jesse, one of our other friends, Thunderfeet, and Mima Mania. We would pile in Geek's car and we'd go to shows, all the wrestling shows together and stuff like that.
Nice.
Oh, Mima Mania just sent you the recipe.
Ayo.
In Instagram.
On
So.
Instagram.
And also, you're forgetting one other one, Joe.
What?
You're forgetting Cap.
Oh, Cap. Oh, yeah, you definitely got to go to Cap.
Cap's Creative Pro is a really good promotion.
Creative Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. Another love. They're based out of Hicksville.
He's gonna hate us. They're trying to take our girl away. You're trying to. We get a nasty message at the end of the show. How could you do that?
Nah.
For us, maybe. With the promotion that we saw you at that time when Marco was going live backstage. Maybe you could also talk to the owner or the promoter for what's the promotion that you just said that you have the championship for?
East Bay Pro Wrestling.
Yes. Try to talk to your owner or the promoter. We'd be happy to interview him next year on Dudes at Ringside because we love interviewing owners.
Okay. If he can figure out how to use tech.
Oh, God, another one? Another one?
Because okay. Nothing against Kimmy, even though she stole my PCW championship. Like, literally stole it. She didn't even win it. She literally just took it away from me. Putting that to the side, I'm like, okay, I'm a little surprised you don't understand technology. But, like, Maynard, I mean, he's like, I'm not with the times. Like, I don't get it. So
I don't want to name drop people, but it's kind of like Super Dragon. You know how they have PWG?
Okay, yeah.
You know where I'm going with this, right? Every single promotion has a streaming service. Super Dragon is very old school. It's like, no, it's going to be on VHS or DVD or something like that. I don't want to name drop him, but that's because I don't want to get curb stomped from him.
Right. Like, Maynard has nothing like against technology. He's just like, I literally don't understand it. I would need somebody to be there step by step through the process. But hey, if he could figure it out, then I'll let him know.
Yeah. So, besides coming to East Coast because you have to hang out with the dudes and have pizza, and do you like tacos?
Of course, I love tacos. My last name is
Garcia. Tacos, we'll eat pizza, and do you like Greek food?
I haven't had much of Greek food, to be honest, so I can't really say.
Bring it up for Greek. Greek tacos and pizza. That's a weird combined thing to eat, but we be eating. Hopefully not before a match. You don't want her to get sick.
No.
She'll be going over the top rope for the match. She was like, "Oh, my belly."
Yeah.
And she just like first match on the East Coast, we lose her. She comes over the top rope. She's just like, "Oh, guys, what did you do to me?"
Joe, we haven't talked about wrestling for 30 minutes now.
It happens.
To get sidetracked, though.
Joe makes friends with guests, and all of a sudden, chaos. All right.
King Chaos.
Chaos. Well, he was a guest of ours. King Chaos. Are you playing any video games currently?
Yes. Lots of Overwatch. It's like the number one game that I play is Overwatch. Love that game. Probably spend too much time playing it. Crash Bandicoot 2, I started playing a little bit, but yeah. I will rage quit over Crash Bandicoot. Other games, like, I'll get a little frustrated. Crash Bandicoot, it's a love-hate relationship with that game. So currently I'm just like, I want to keep like peace and not be stressed out. So I'm not playing it right now. But yeah, Overwatch. I want to get Minecraft on the Switch because I used to play it as like a kid and stuff. So hopefully I'll get that soon, but I'm totally blanking on any other games that I might play. So that kind of answers your question.
Yeah. I play a lot of WWE 2K19.
Nice.
Has there been any spots you refused to take?
Nothing's coming to mind, but I'm pretty sure there's been something where I'm like, could we do something else? Where I don't think I want to take that move. Which most of the time they're like, would you be willing? And then they tell me, and I'm like, no. But I haven't found myself in the situation where like they're calling a bunch of stuff, and then I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Like I haven't really been there before.
Mm-hmm.
So like if a promoter came up to you and said, okay, we're gonna have you do like a, as he's biting his lip and he's looking away, he's trying to tell you this, we're gonna have you do a death match tonight against Marco. Would you go, no? Or go, I got it?
I don't do death matches, so
I know,
no.
Just like
I don't mind hardcore matches, like that's a different thing, but I don't do death matches. It's not for me.
Yeah. I don't like it either. At all. No. I'm too old school.
What's your feelings on intergender matches for the business as a whole?
Like for like all of pro wrestling?
Yeah, all of pro wrestling. Yeah. What's your take on it?
That's a good question, because I've done plenty of intergender matches, and majority of the time I don't mind. When Robert Taylor tries to like interject himself into a match to win the women's PCW championship, then I'm a little hesitant, but then I'm like, you know what? He is a wrestler. I am a wrestler. That's just a title. So let's go for it. But like majority of the time, if it's not for like a women's championship, I'm fine with wrestling a guy. But it's hard to say for like the whole business, because people or companies, I should say, like WWE and AEW, they don't have intergender matches. The closest they might get is a mixed tag team, where at some point the guy might hit the girl or the girl might hit the guy, whatever. But like I can understand that. I don't have a problem with it, with, you know, being like, hey, guys shouldn't hit girls because we're televised. But then there is the argument of, you watch a Marvel movie and guys are hitting girls. Like it's like a comic book, you know? It's not, oh, she's a bad guy, so I can't hit her. And it's not, oh, he's a bad guy, I can't hit him. Like it's good versus evil, you know? It's life or death in those situations. So I get it. I understand it. You wouldn't really see like in UFC a man wrestling a woman. So I totally get it. But I don't mind intergender. I don't mind it. I respect whatever people prefer, if that answers your question.
Yeah, it was like this weekend I saw, like, it was a battle royal. I was telling Joe about it. And there was one woman in the battle royal. And then there was, her name's Megan Mason. I don't know if you're familiar with her for work she's from the East Coast. She was wrestling another guy's name is Stockade. Stockade's a deathmatch wrestler. So I was like, oh crap, that would be an amazing match if those two ever fought.
But VPWs too, they're family friendly, so they would be like, nice. Do you know what?
Yeah.
That's what they would say.
Yeah.
You're like, me. That's what they would say. Be like that person. Do you know what? No. They'd be like,
but they teased us because that's like a match I looked like I wanted to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So where, like, out of all the groups that are around right now, which one would you rather land in? AEW, Impact, or
NWA?
Like MLW and stuff like that. Which one would you wish to get into faster?
Besides WWE?
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't call you at first, you know.
Probably AEW, because I know some of the people that have done like Dark, and even some of the people that are on like the actual shows that are signed. Like Jungle Boy made a good name for himself out in Northern California. I only got to meet him once, and that was like, he was signed, but they didn't start doing like televised shows yet. And my trainer Rick Luxury was like, come here, I want you to meet Jack. And I'm thinking, cool, because I had been training for a couple of years and I knew of Jungle Boy. I just never got to meet him yet. So he's like, come on, I want to introduce you. He's like, hey, Jack, this is Aliyah. She just made her debut like last week at the time. And he's like, hey, nice to meet you. And he's all like, she's going to be going places. This is what Rick is saying. He's like,
Oh.
Uh-oh. Leah, we can't hear you. Oh.
can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
good.
hear
You're good.
You went. You.
What was the last thing you guys heard?
We were talking about Jungle Boy. You were talking about, and that you made your debut last week.
That was the last part you heard? Was that?
Yeah, then you cut off.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, my trainer, Rick Luxury, was like, oh, she made her debut last week. She's going to be going places, though. And Jack was all like, oh, yeah? And he looks at me and he's like, when Rick says that, he's usually right. Basically, like, you see where I'm going to be ending up. So, Jungle Boy, got to meet him. Will Hobbs, met him a handful of times. Words are hard. So there's a couple people in AEW where I'm just like, hey, like I know them, or I worked shows with them, that I would like to be around, Brooke Havoc, shout out to Brooke Havoc. I don't know if you know who she is, but she's one of the Nightmare Factory students that graduated and was on Dark a couple times. So
Yeah. There's a girl that's in one of your pictures they drew that has she wears a mask. It's like red and black.
A red and black mask?
Her name. I sent her a message to come on the podcast. Nothing yet. I have to find a picture of her. It sounds horrible looking up someone when we're doing the podcast.
Okay.
I'll find out later.
Probably AEW. Just because I'm familiar with some of the talent out there, so it'd be kind of nice to be like, hey, look at all of us doing televised shows together.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And then your owner somehow telekinesis tells you, you're taking all my characters. What is wrong with you people? You don't even have a computer. You can't tell that.
Damn you, Tony, taking all my people, right?
Yeah, damn you, Tony, taking all my people. Yeah. Look at that California wrestler coming to the East Coast, taking over the world, eating tacos with the dudes at ringside. Hey, there's Joe. Oh, Aliyah, this guy right here, Joe Alphabet, in the chat, he drew this.
Oh, nice.
He drew that picture in the back.
He drew that. So if you want to get any good art, Joe, when you get a chance, go on Aliyah's Instagram page and choose one of her cool pictures. If you can, draw a picture for her. Aliyah, he's a good artist.
Yeah.
I can tell. I'm just like, you're just like, do it. Make sure you do it. Go on to her Instagram.
You can, if you want to. I'm not saying don't know. Yeah. It'd be kind of cool because he does some good art. Like,
great art.
Random cartoon stuff, like something you would see in Marvel.
Nice.
Or see in a Saturday morning cartoon. It's like he did one of Two-Face. He did did a poll on Instagram. It was a black suit with the Two-Face with blood on the suit, and then the other one, just the black and white suit. Which one do you like better? And I was just like, I was gonna write them both, but I didn't. My dudes at ringside page, I put the white suit, and then I'm a Ghostbusters fan too, so I used the black suit. So I voted on both.
Nice. Sides. So you did end up voting for both of them.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, nice.
I'm a diehard Ghostbusters fan. I got the proton packs. I got the trap. Did you actually get a chance to see the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer? That movie that's coming out in November.
Yes, I did, and I was like, all right, I think I'm actually gonna like this. I don't know if spin-off is the right word, but like this style form.
Yeah.
Look who's here to support.
Oh my God, we have another, but this is your female. It's your female.
What's up?
Hi.
It's Shorty.
What's going on, Shorty?
She's actually, that's my lead-in question from Shorty coming in. Would you be, if you were ever like asked to come over by a promotion in England, would you ever go to England to wrestle?
I mean, if I have a passport, yeah. Like, I think that would be tons of fun. There's like, I feel like they're underrated. And they're just now starting to come up, and like the world is starting to witness their talent. But they have like a lot of great talent out there, so I don't see why not. I feel like it's one of those places as a wrestler where it's like on the goals is like go to the UK, you know?
Yeah. She wrestles in a promotion in England called CPW. And
Cool.
she's coming on our podcast. Hell yeah. And she's not only a wrestler, she wrestles, she raps, she sings, and she draws.
So she does it all. She sounds
that's Shorty for
amazing.
you.
I love it. An artist, a singer, and a wrestler. It's
And
like all the
could-
things I
she
want to
could
be.
flow. She could flow. I was
Nice.
just like, I was watching it. I need to make a reaction of her rap in the song. I was just like, girl, Eminem would be proud. Not the candy. But
Do you have any stories from the ring or
What was that?
you have any
Yeah,
stories you said?
so from the ring?
Um,
From the road?
I
Or
have a couple of stories, but I'm trying to figure out which one would be the best one. Because
I get in trouble.
there's some stories that are like before I debuted, but I'm trying to think if there's any when I debuted. Well, I'll tell you about the one before I debuted. So, for those who don't know, East Bay Pro Wrestling, this is how I got into East Bay Pro Wrestling. They were going to have a tryout, and I was looking for a school to train at. And I entered the tryout. I won the tryout. And before even going to the tryout, though, I was invited to one of the trainings to be like, hey, this is what we're all about. Come by, see if this is, what you want to do. Like, a lot of the stuff that's going to happen at training, or, the basics, I should say. A lot of the basics that are happening here at training are going to happen in the tryout. So come by, check it out. So I came by, I checked it out. My trainer at the time, Anton Voorhees, was there after training to answer any questions. It's like, do you got any questions? And I was like, yeah, on the flyer it says promo and character work. And I don't know how good I'll be at promos because I don't have a character. And he was all like, oh, like, don't even worry about that. I doubt we're gonna do promos or characters. It's just on the flyer. And I was like, okay, cool. It's like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. So the tryout happens and I win, and their next show, which was the following Saturday, I think. The next show, they were like, we want to introduce you to the crowd and let the crowd know that you won our tryout. And I was like, oh, okay. Sweet, whatever. During intermission. And the ring announcer, Donovan Troy, was like, hey, you're going to get announced I don't know, in 10 minutes. You should go see if there's anything what you're going to do or what's going to happen. And I was like, oh, I thought they were just going to bring me to the ring and just be like, oh, here's our winner. So I go up to my trainer at the time, Anton, and I said is there anything I need to know when you guys announce me? And he's like, oh yeah, you're going to cut a promo. And I'm like, you need to be serious with me right now. Are you joking? Because he's hilarious. He's very witty. He's very funny. He comes up with stuff on the top of his head. And I'm like, if you're joking, you need to tell me right now. Are you serious? And he's like, yeah, you're going to cut a promo. It's going to be great. And I was like, I thought you said you got me. And he's like, it's fine. Go talk to Steven Tresario, Christian Sky, who are also wrestlers. And I'm talking to them, and they're not being the biggest help. But then they were like, look, you don't have a character. Just be yourself. Just be like, hey, my name's Aliyah Garcia, and this is my dream, and I can't wait to put in the work or whatever. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. It doesn't have to be complicated. So here I am. They're before they bring me up, they're talking and they're like, we had a tryout and da 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 da, and it was a hot day, but we have a winner and her name is Aliyah Garcia. And I'm like, all right, here I go. I walk up to the ring, I get in the ring, and they say a few words, and Anton goes, and now for her first promo. And he leans over the mic like this, and right when I'm about to grab it, he goes, just kidding. And I was like, you got me. And the crowd was all like bummed. They were like, oh, like we wanted to hear her talk, But I was just like, you got me so worked up for nothing. I'm like, and he's just smiling at me, just staring down like, gotcha. And I'm just like, you jerk. Like,
I'm guessing he's a heel, right?
He's not actually. I guess that's one of his ways of showing that he loves and likes somebody, is messing around with them. So he saw an opportunity, he took it.
Shorty like that one.
Shorty loved that story.
And she's a face too. She's a face over there in England.
Nice.
I'm trying to think other stuff we could talk about. We did the games. We talked about candy forever.
Favorite match you've been a part of.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So I have two. Not in like specific order, but I don't know. Both of them are pretty equal in my eyes for different reasons. But one of them is my match against Heather Monroe at Glam, which is held in Oakland, California. It was my debut as a wrestler at Glam because I was reffing, which is like a whole other story. But throughout the whole time I was reffing at Glam, she would like pick on me, bully me, and the longer I was reffing there, the worse it would get. So like she clotheslined me at one point, she tugged my hair, like just all these things. So she had an open challenge, and she was like, like just saying like, bring out my personal referee, and we have heat with each other. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, personal referee, wait till she sees this, right? And I'm in my ref get up, and Anton, who is the ring announcer for that show, because he is very talented, so he was ring announcing, and she's all like, all right, Anton, like, who do you have as a challenger? Because I know it can't be so-and-so. I know it can't be so-and-so. Like, she's naming off his tag partners. It can't be so-and-so or so-and-so. So who is it? Who do you got? And I rip off my ref pants, and under is my gear. And I take off my ref shirt, and my gear's there. And she just turns back, and she's like, oh, honey, like, you want a shot? Okay. And it was just like a really big, like, heartwarming pop, because the crowd was like, yeah, like, beat her up. Like, it was great. So that match is definitely one of my favorite. And then my match against Fidel Bravo, you can find him on Twitter and Twitch. He's just been streaming on Twitch a lot recently. But I don't know. There was just chemistry. It's just one of those matches where it was just like, whoa, that just happened. I think it was like one of my first, what do you call it? It was, I'm blanking on the word. When, like when somebody goes for a pin and the crowd thinks it's it and it's not, and they kick out and they're like, oh my gosh,
me every time. Like me every show we ever go to my entire life.
It's fake. What's it called? What's the word? False finish.
A false finish.
Right.
Yeah. That was like my first like genuine false finish where the crowd thought it was over, and just that electricity was insane. So yeah, there wasn't like a build up to our match or anything. It was just a part of a tournament, and something about that match, I just felt like there was a lot of chemistry, and I learned so much from him. So those two were my favorite.
The first show me and Joe went to in over 2 years. This is post-pandemic. Mm-hmm. It was like ridiculous, right, Joe?
You mean the one that we NYWC or the VPW?
Both shows. They were both ridiculous because it's like
This is crazy. Me and Geek were absolutely tired when we got home back to the Geek Lab where Geek lives. Oh my God, we went to one show. I said, Geek, we gotta get there early. He's like, Joe. I was like that dog in the video, like I'm like 5'1", so it was like, we gotta get to the show early. He's like, Joe, why? And I'm like, Geek, we gotta get there early. He's like, why? I'm like, we get a good parking space. And he's like, but Joe, we gotta eat lunch. We'll find something at the show. We have to. And we got there early, and we were like, people were saying, oh, because I had my red glasses on my shirt, and I kept switching back and forth because these are not the real glasses for Joe. These are just stage glasses. These are glasses that are going to make Joe's eyes horrible when he gets old.
Oh,
and yeah, these are the stage glasses.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna have bad eyes. Next week when I go to my eye again, they're gonna be like, you're gonna need thicker glasses. Do you wear what do you wear when you're not? I wear glasses for a podcast. What? They're stage glasses. So I had these on my shirt, and then I had my real ones on, and I kept switching back and forth. And the people that we know told us to come in early, so we got in early. We sat down. We were sitting ringside. We were watching people prep before the show, and the wrestlers started coming up to us and like talking to us. In the show, like on shows, I don't know if this ever happened to you with your career. Have you ever had to wrestle outside?
Yes.
Oh my God, Geek, am I right? It was about 100 degrees.
We felt bad for the wrestlers themselves.
It was so hot, Aliyah. My cousin made me this hat. It ruined this hat forever. Like there's a brown spot. Like I'm afraid to wash it. It's like right there. Right.
Yeah.
Afraid to wash it. Because it's not stitched. This is just ironed on. And I'm like,
oh, gotcha.
I ruin it. I'll be mad at myself because I paid like $30-$40 for it. I'm like, nah.
But there's something different than talking to wrestlers on Zoom and actually meeting them in person.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's 110 times different. It's like unbelievable, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
He did an interview with a guy named Man Bun Jesus.
I don't know if you saw the interview. The guy came out of the woods.
But I'm very interested in this character all of a sudden.
You're gonna have to look him up at the end of the show. He is one of the coolest guys you will ever meet, next to Shorty.
Shorty's in the chat, so
Joe's up kissing up to Shorty. Shorty's my, we have different levels of dudes at Ringside Women's Champion. She's our UK dudes at Ringside Women's. You are, I guess, because you're not heavy, so you'd be like, I guess, the dudes at Ringside Women's Cruiserweight Champion or Lightweight Champion.
I'll take it.
There you go. You've been crowned.
Hey.
Is the bag.
You're talking about Man Bun Jesus when he came out of the woods, Joe.
Oh my gosh. You have to watch that on the Dudes at Instagram page. And he was like, what do you guys want me to do? And I'm like, I'm looking at Geek, and I was like, because I always plan this stuff out. I draw and I write.
His character he's a hippie. So
he's a hippie. So I was looking at him, I said, oh, he's like, what? And I was like, come out of the woods. It's like it was a little opening part.
He's like, dude, that's a great idea. I should come out of the woods.
I've never heard, man. And he's in the woods, and they're like, the girlfriend's like, do we start? I'm like, action. And she's like, and then I'm like, Geek, we're supposed to be doing an interview here. And he just comes walking up. Oh my reaction. Priceless.
You should see. I don't think Joe could do it again. That's how great it was.
Yeah, it's
awesome. You have to actually watch it. It's actually
you have to watch it later.
Right.
Priceless. It's my mom was laughing at me for 10 minutes. She's like, man, my Jesus, oh my God. I was like, shut up, Mom. And the 100 degrees, I think combined, me and Geek drank 10 bottles of water that day.
I would not blame you. I definitely know what it's like to work in 100-degree weather outside. It's not fun whatsoever.
Those ropes must have felt like hot Ric Flair chops to the side. I can imagine. Chops. Raka. Why are you melting? There's a hole in the middle. Because I made a candy. That's why.
Yeah, like chocolate.
Melting. My outfit. Yeah. Excuses. No.
That's
Yeah.
over.
Interview over, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we're so thankful that you came on our podcast, and not everybody has a microphone. like
Yeah, I have a microphone because like I'm trying to invest in like studio equipment. I have pretty much everything I need for a home studio to get started, and this is one of them. But since I haven't really figured out my what what would you call it? My studio program system on my laptop, I haven't really been able to use my microphone, so I just use it for podcasts.
Geek can always you'd always message Geek on his personal one, Geek Metal Geek
85. 85. Metal
85.
Geek 80.
You can always message him. He's really smart with that savvy stuff. He could tell you how to set thing up and because what we're using right now,
StreamYard.
StreamYard is people make it sound like, oh, it's so hard. I'm not even that smart on with that kind of stuff. I could use it, and I do my own show other than Dudes at Ringside. I do Ghostbusters. I do Ghost Head Talk podcast, which I talk with my friend Laura about Ghostbusters, and we wanted to use this, but it failed. So we had to do it like video, her in the background, her talking. But yeah, we're so thankful you came on. We're so happy. Sorry about the time difference. We know it's still sunny out and it's all beautiful out when it's like dark and scary.
Still
It's
sunny
dark.
over here.
I
Looking
feel
at
like,
palm
I feel
trees
like
out
the
my
fiend is
window.
gonna come. I feel like the fiend's gonna come out and pop up behind the sign somewhere over here.
So here we go. Out of your character's a face and she's happy. Would you ever pull a Bailey and just turn heel?
What? No. Why? Why any of that? How can you be sweet and then like be bad?
You could be the sour candy girl.
But I'm already sweet and sour because I'm like a Sour Patch Kid. So like I start off sweet and then further into the match, sometimes earlier onto the match, depending on how I'm feeling. But I end up sour, and then I'm sweet again. So
yeah.
I already got kind of a sour side. It's just like not vicious.
Ooh,
you could also be like, I'm done with candy and just step on the candy on the floor or something.
But I love candy. Like I don't understand why I would do such things.
She's turning on you, man. She's gonna give you your finisher. By the way, what's your finisher so our fans from all over the world can know your finisher?
Yeah, I do a Shining Wizard, but I like to call it a Shining Judea Star, or you could just say Judea Star because it's a mouthful. But yeah, the Shining Wizard, and then I also do an X Factor through the ropes, which I call the Sweet Factor.
Ooh, that sounds like a good clip. Go on, Dudes at Ringside Podcast. If you can get the clip of that, we would love that clip.
Of a Sweet Factor?
Yeah, if you have, I think you did. Did you send us that clip? You sent us a few of them. One that you do in the 619 thing.
Yeah,
that was cool. I liked that clip. That was cool. I was like, oh god. So yeah. I always feel bad when I ask people to send the clip and then they send it the other way. That like the almost like.
I don't think it's anybody's fault, Joe. I think it's just Instagram, whichever way it wants to go.
No, they're like, oh, we got one of our promos from the other girl from the UK, Alfie.
Yeah.
She sent it the other way, and Geek's like, "Don't worry, dude, I got it." And I'm just like,
I just screen capped them anyway. So
I'm not that smart. I just the dunce cap just automatically appears on my head every time. I'm like, no.
Because it always deletes afterwards. That's the reason why.
Not delete.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you watch it once and then it's gone.
Right.
It's like that South Park episode, and it's gone.
It's the Snapchat style. I call it Snapchat style.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I know the difference from sending it.
And I had to screenshot my screen and circle it, and then send. And I'm like, I feel so mean. I'm like, do it like this. Stomping up and down like the child in the room. No, you're doing it wrong. Angry girlfriend. No, it's really God. You're gonna get me. Like,
no, really, Joe does do that. He says, he has a little circle thing. He's like, no, send it like this. And I'm like, Joe, no, man, I got it.
I want it with me. I wrote my own character. I wrote 2 stories to him. I have to finish writing part 2. And before the pandemic, as you know, I'm a Ghostbusters fan who created a franchise. I wrote 3 Ghostbusters fan fictions.
Oh, wow.
And they're all connected to my story. And one of them is not really connected to the third movie. The third story, it's a side story from what happened between 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say my guy tries to save the world and he throws an ecto grenade into a ghost, and stopping the whole thing, he falls down the hill and he just leaves town all bruised and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And go to the city to stay at his brother's house, till everything calms down a little bit. But he learns that the Ghostbusters he thinks that nobody cares because nobody looked to see if he was dead. And he learns that the Ghostbusters really do care about him, and they want him to start his own, keep it the way he is, but they want him to become more of an owner style, but they don't want to make him feel so important as Peter Van was like, it can't be that important. You just can't help. But yeah, so he goes to New York and he feels that he leaves because he said that the town didn't even look and see if I was dead. They just went on without me.
That's sad.
I'll finish writing this story so everybody can read it because it's a good story. I cried writing that into that part 2. I cried. I couldn't stop crying because of the way my guy saved the day. It's just everybody that read it, they were like, "You killed yourself." Well, oh no, I didn't. He's like, "Oh my." Okay, here we go. Sorry, ranting Joe. Okay, geek. What
has been your favorite match growing up?
Favorite match growing up would have to be Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Not at WrestleMania 25. That's a classic. Don't get me wrong. But WrestleMania 26, because here I was 9 years old at the time, going to be 10 later that year. 9 years old, favorite wrestler, Shawn Michaels. I've only watched him live wrestle for like a couple of months. But he was like my favorite on the Legends of WrestleMania game. So to me, this was like a big deal. I'm like, look, man, my dad got to watch Shawn and the Rockers. He got to watch Shawn betray Marty and start his own career. I barely get to watch him like wrestle live. So I was like, no, he has to be the Undertaker. Like, he cannot retire. He will break my heart for real. And then he lost to the Undertaker. My heart was broken for real. But it's, his nickname. So what can you expect from the guy?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was that match was like the first time I really understood storytelling in professional wrestling. Like, obviously you watch and you're like, oh, bad guy versus good guy. But it was like the way they made a video package, a montage leading up to that match. And like, it's still one of my favorites to this day, just because of the story it had told. So that's definitely like my childhood favorite match.
See, like, I'm 38 and I got a chance to actually get a chance. Like, I can't say I got a chance to see it live, but I remember hearing about it from my friends when Shawn turned on Marty. They're like, yo, you see this? And I'm like, see what? They're like, you didn't hear Marty Jannetty? Shawn turned on Marty? I was like, what?
Right.
The Rockers were like, that theme song, oh God.
Oh, love.
The Garden, I'd hear the dun, 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 dun. I'm like, and also I'm a big 80s baby, and Howard Finkel's voice coming at a total combined weight. 275 pounds.
Right.
Kennedy and Shawn Michaels, the Rockers.
Yep. With their
That's
like cut up T-shirts and stuff.
They're just going down the aisle running.
I would love to see Prime Rockers versus the Young Bucks.
Oh.
but nothing against the Young Bucks. But like they would throw in way too many super kicks. They just would. The Rockers only needed it like maybe once in their match.
Yeah, one time.
But maybe they have a more powerful super kick than the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
One time for the Bucks. I mean, one time for the Rockers to the Bucks. It's over.
Yeah, match over. Todd Finkel's announcing, and they're cleaning the ring up with the brooms. The broom crew. Broom crew. Yeah, we always need a broom crew. We can have Marco and his partner as a broom crew. We don't. He doesn't deserve to be part of ringside crew. Sorry, Marco. You don't. They make this.
Marco, hey, don't rip on Marco. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Marco.
Hey, Marco actually had to sweep at the last show at East Bay. Don't tell him I told you that, but yeah, he did.
Yeah, you have to make that clip. Marco, you don't deserve to be ringside crew. You're part of maintenance crew.
Oh,
come on, don't rip on Marco. He's a good guy. He didn't do nothing wrong.
How is he a good guy? He's so mean. Like
he's a heel. Geek is a heel.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
How is you tell me? How is he a good guy?
I don't know. He likes me. He thinks I'm a good guy.
So somebody that likes you makes them a good person. Is that how that works?
To a table, right? Lee, she wants to throw.
He does. He wants it forever. He wants to teach you though.
He wants to teach me how to get thrown through a table. I could possibly get up and be like, guys, did I do a good job? And you're like, oh my god, Joe, splinter in your neck. What? No, it's not. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then like you're dead. Like I don't see what's good about that whatsoever.
No, Marco would be like the guy that says, Marco, I need to sign the waiver first. He's like, what waiver? Shh, that's it.
He'd be like, honey, we don't need no waiver.
Yeah.
I want it now. That would be Marco.
You know, his manager would be like, what's this? Because I heard he has a manager now. They have a manager, Money, Power, Respect.
Oh yeah. See, I don't have any beef with their manager, but I also have not yet met their manager, so I might have to watch out for her at the student showcase.
Yes. We asked her to come on the podcast, but no. We gotta get back to her again. Be like, lady, Dudes at Ringside is a popular spot to hang out and meet. You know, you get a chance to meet different promotions, and you never know who's watching this podcast.
Like Shorty was just watching.
You just got peeped on from a girl from the United Kingdom. So the queen, the queen bee of CPW, literally, that's her trademark. That's why she had the yellow hearts. Her logo, her color is she's yellow. She's neon. That's like the neon queen right there.
Nice.
Yes, there's Shorty.
Shorty.
Yeah, and it's not even spelled like I try to type it and it comes up Shorty like normal, and then my phone by now knows. They're like, oh, oh.
Phones at Ringside. The mods.
Dang it, Joe, and your love interests. So, but yeah. Yeah. Now I'm smiling. Am I blushing? Is I'm blushing live? That was the girl. That was the girl. Yeah. So yeah. So if a little boy or a little girl came up to you in a show and was like, "I want to become a professional wrestler," what would you tell them and why?
My advice would be to do kind of what I did, and that was break down every part of wrestling. Wrestling is more than just the actual action. There's acting, there's promo, which is public speaking. It's very theater-like. Even something like art, because if you're decent at drawing, designing gear, designing logos, musically inclined theme songs. Like, break down each part of wrestling and get yourself involved with it. I had done theater, I had done speech, I had done home studio classes. Like, I was breaking down all these pieces of pro wrestling, and each time I would take a class and be like, how is this going to help me with my career? Oh, that relates to wrestling. I could use that skill whenever I become a wrestler. So, because a lot of kids, a lot of schools, they won't let you wrestle till you're 16 or 18. Some schools, you could be 7 and they're like, yeah, have your parents sign the waiver. We don't care.
Yeah.
But for, a lot of kids, it's like, well, what can I do now? Take some, athletic sports. Maybe do some MMA, some martial arts, taekwondo, karate. You could do those things. They could potentially help you. But also, besides the physical, look at the other things that help make a superstar. And yeah, just start working on that until you can actually get into the ring. That would be my advice.
Is there any schools you recommend for anyone that's listening here? So,
East Bay Pro Wrestling.
We know that, but we're saying for the people in the comments that
Oh, like people in the comments, do they like have any?
Or Riley Measures? If they're both still there, guys, we're so sorry. We got you in your sleepy time in England. It's like what, 2 a.m. there, 3 a.m, something like. Riley Measures, the one that came in before your wrestling brother from England. As I always tell him about your brother or sister, the boy is so dedicated to our podcast. Riley comes to our podcast. The show starts. You saw how he was. Hi guys, it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning there. Like my mom would come to we'd be ow. Like I'd be getting told go to bed at 1 a.m. like that's awesome to know wrestlers are actually watching us.
Yeah.
Because most people have never listened to a peep of our episodes. Because we've asked them, hey, do you listen to our show? And when we get them on, and they're like,
no, sorry. No.
Have you got a chance to listen to any of our episodes?
I did try to listen to one. I unfortunately cannot remember the talent's name. But I wanted to check you guys out because if I have time, I usually want to see what kind of style of a podcast it is. What kind of questions are you going to ask? Like, I try to do my tad bit of research to see what the personalities are like. And sometimes it is just a matter of, I've heard them somewhere else, or I was recommended, or they just asked, and I'm going in it with I don't know what to expect, but hopefully we have a fun time. But I do try to listen in when I have the chance. I try to see what kind of personalities I'm going to be talking to.
So you have any questions for us? We tossed all those questions at you. Your turn to us.
First question is, should I use the link that you guys sent me to share it? Because I kind of want to share it on social media. Or would there be a different link?
It's a different link. I think that's the one we sent you. That was the link for StreamYard.
Okay. Is there a link that you could drop in the chat or somewhere? That way I could share it?
Yeah.
Geek. He could probably share the one for YouTube.
Mm-hmm. You want me to share it now or?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting some comments over on Instagram too. So.
Oh, they're sending the comments.
On Instagram? We're not even on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, it's it's your buddy Marco. It's where's the link to your show? You're all trying to bury me.
Marco's getting a little heated over here.
That guy.
He's getting a little fried up here. I see it.
He wants to
go ahead. Send him the link. That way he can hear us bury him.
All right.
Here I am just wanting to share it to my sweeties on Twitter and stuff.
But he wants to come on.
This guy.
Do you want? It's up to the guest if you want him to come.
No,
on.
Yeah, go ahead. Send him in.
Oh my God!
Please.
Here we go.
This guy, I can't.
Oh my God, Geek! It's happening! It's happening!
Round two, Joe. All right.
The audacity.
You're killing me, Smalls.
We might scare the guest away, to be honest with you.
It's gonna be like Orlando with this Tony all over again. There's a guy we had on that's a radio disc jockey, came on and hang out with us, and this guy we know named Tony, does a show like ours.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Let me out. I want to meet Orlando." He starts going, "Orlando, this and that," and Orlando's like, "Guys, I gotta go. I gotta go walk my neighbor's dog." And this
My neighbor's dog. Okay.
Yeah, gotta walk the neighbor's dog. Gone. We're like, podcast.
I guess he's not coming.
Oh, okay. See, he's scared.
Yeah, he's scared.
You sent him the link, right?
Oh, I sent him. I sent him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send him.
Oh, hold on.
Oh no,
honey, we can't hear you
he's driving.
or see you.
No, can you guys hear me? What is all this?
I wish I
going
didn't
on?
hear you, but I do, unfortunately.
What's going on?
You know what? I got some stuff to say. Joe the Panther, I blame you for this. This is all you're doing. You want to be in the business so bad. Well, when I see you, and I want Aliyah there front and center, because you are getting slammed through not just a regular table, but we're going to add thumbtacks and set it on fire and make sure you go through that table.
That sounds like a threat. That sounds like something you can get arrested for.
No, because it's going to be somewhere back east, because dudes at ringside, they're going to get money, power, respect booked. You know, Aliyah's small enough where we could fit her in our carry-on. So, Aliyah, you got a free ride. And,
oh, wow. Funny.
You get to witness Joe the Panther's destruction.
See, why would you say this is a good guy? Like, he legit said he's gonna put me in a carry-on bag. How rude.
You know, I would use my frequent flyer miles, but you know, I'm gonna hold on to those and not give them up to Aliyah Mia Sweets.
Wow. Where's the shade button?
Yeah, you know.
Tamaku's trying to talk to you.
You guys, you want to be in the business so bad, you got a rude awakening coming your way.
Tamaku says he's going to eat your face.
Yeah, they're showing the belt. He has something he's missing. Oh, yeah. The title.
Yeah. You ain't winning this on Sunday. You ain't ever going to have this because it's going to stay around my sweet waist.
You know what?
Period.
Once I win that belt from you, I'm gonna do my best Medusa impression, and I'm gonna take that belt and I'm gonna throw it in the trash, because to me right now that belt means nothing to me. It's just
then
more
why do you
weight
want it?
for me
Why
to
would you
carry.
face me for it?
It's to prove a point. It's
Oh my gosh!
I'm not playing with kids anymore.
Your words mean nothing.
I know how much that belt means to you, and just to prove a point, I'm going to take that belt from you on Sunday, and I'm throwing it in the trash.
Where you belong, right? Where you belong. It's going to be in trash because you're trash.
I'm not trash, and you know what?
Yeah, you are.
I'll throw it in the recycling bin, because
that's more eco-friendly. Thank you very much.
I believe in saving the environment. I do. I'm a firm believer.
So am I. I'm glad we agree on something.
Dudes at ringside is not responsible for what is going on here tonight. No,
bring up rivalry.
Really? Because you're the one that shared the link, man.
Yeah, geek.
Every time Aliyah Mia Sweets is on a podcast or an interview, all she wants to do is present herself as, you know, the sweetest wrestler. but she's always taking these shots at me, and I'm done. And you too, both of you.
Because you started it.
Stop,
You started
stop
it.
it. Stop the madness. Dudes at ringside.
What
I'm done playing
It's
around.
truth.
I am
You're knocking
done playing
down my
around, and I'm
microphone.
not laughing. Both of you guys have this dumb, stupid smirk on your face, and I wish I was here to slap it right off you.
See, I
Both
told
of
you
you.
he's not a good guy.
He's a
I'm
good
really
guy.
upset right now.
Oh
And you
my
know
gosh.
what?
He
With
just
those stupid red glasses that don't even have the lenses in them, if I was
I
here
like the
right now,
color red.
I would snap them in half.
I like the color red for the record. It's the color of my enemy's blood. Like
And you
yours
know
will
what?
be
And
on Sunday.
drink it up, because it's llama blood running through my veins right now.
Oh my god.
This is your guys' fault. You wanted this. You wanted a moment, a story that you guys could look back on and like, wow, look, we were part of this blood feud, this bitter rivalry, and it ends on Sunday. And you know what?
Mhm.
I will send you pictures of me throwing that belt in the trash and Aliyah crying, oh my God, what happened to my
Not a
belt?
chance.
Oh
Not
my
a
gosh,
chance.
my poor belt, it's in the trash.
Not a chance. You said recycling, so now you're telling me you're not eco-friendly and you don't care about the earth.
It's
So
all
that's
the
not cool,
same.
my
I'm gonna-
dude.
I will melt.
The only thing that's gonna be in the trash is you after Sunday.
No, you got that 100% wrong. What happened last time we were in the ring together? I picked you up and slammed you and pinned you 1, 2, 3, and I laughed about it afterwards. And I looked at the crowd and I said, "Is this? You guys happy now? This is what you wanted?
You
We got
needed a tag
communicated."
team partner to defeat me. I beat you in the tournament
Because
with
that
one
scumbag
arm.
Rick
With
Luxury-
one arm.
This scumbag
After
Rick
wrestling
Luxury
two other
has it
men.
over us. He has you protected. He has you
Oh
sheltered.
my
just like
gosh.
these
Here we
two
go again.
jabrones
Here we
on
go
the
again.
podcast. Yeah.
See, that's why on Sunday I'm gonna prove
You're
that I don't need
everybody's
Rick,
favorite,
and you gotta
and, you know,
prove
they have
you
you
gotta prove
shielded
that
from
you
the
don't need
world.
Fab.
I don't need Fab. But you know what? I'm glad
I hope
have
Fab's
Fab,
listening. I hope Fab's listening.
because
Oh.
as a tag team, we're unstoppable. Just like, unlike these two jabrones, you know, they have a podcast, they need each other, but at the end of the day, it's worthless. Because I am so pissed right now that you guys took this whole time to trash me and talk crap, and I have eyes and ears everywhere. And both of you, if I ever see you in person, you're done. It's done. I will humiliate both of you.
Okay.
I didn't
All you're
talk
gonna
that.
say is okay?
I don't think that's gonna happen, sir. I don't think that's
Joe,
gonna happen.
you don't think it's going to happen. When it happens, before I slam you through the table, I'll give you an atomic wedgie like the little nerd you are.
Not if I give you the cross the streams.
Oh, and
Oh.
he leaves.
And
Wow.
he runs
What if I
away.
give you the Panther
Wow.
sleeper hole, baby? You'll be sleeping, dreaming, and you'll be falling through the table when I give you a nice little sleeper hold, and then
We invite him on to say what he had to say, and he runs away.
yep,
Right?
give
Because
you-
he's tired of like hearing the truth. Like he wants to call it burying, but it's not burying. All right. The only thing that's being buried is his career by his own mouth because he keeps talking and like he can't back it up. Again, I beat him for the title with one arm after wrestling two other men that night. He wrestled one match in that tournament and then all of a sudden got to face me.
Mhm.
And then he wants to say, oh, I'm protected by my trainer, Rick Luxury. Dude, he couldn't even beat me without Fab being there. So, like, his own mouth is burying himself. I'm just saying the truth.
it's like,
I don't want to talk about him anymore because now I'm frustrated. So, somebody please come up with a question. That way I can get my mind off of Marco because I'm already heated. It's not even Sunday.
Wow, that wasn't expected. Didn't think that. Fans, so sorry about that. Well, sorry about that, Aliyah. We didn't think.
They started Tomaku because I think he left because of that.
Can
What?
you blame him?
He's like, this guy sucks. He's like, Tom was going to change the channel now.
Yeah.
So,
Oh God, Geek. What else do you want to ask her before we tell them to let her go? Because that made me go, the hell. Ugh.
Yeah, like he said all that, and now we're like all in bad moods. Like,
Yeah.
like he did nothing productive there.
we were going for almost 2 hours, so if you guys want to wrap it, we could wrap it too.
If you want to go, you could tell our fans where you could buy any of your merchandise.
Currently my merchandise is only in person. I do want to make that shirt over there available because that is the only t-shirt that I've had printed. I had another one printed that said I'm only here for Aliyah, but that was something that the bike club did for me for my debut. But like that's technically like my official first shirt merchandise that I came up with. So I do want to get those printed. I just don't at the moment. But like once they're available, I will absolutely tell everybody on social media. Like just follow my socials and you'll be up to date with all that kind of stuff.
One more thing.
Oh,
Sorry.
go for it. Yeah, no, you're good.
One more thing before you go. Is it possible you could show off the belt?
There is a possibility. There's stuff holding it in place, so don't mind the stuff that's keeping it there. One moment, I'm taking my earbuds out. I can't hear anything.
Because Joe, what are we?
We're the home of champions.
So let me get my earbuds in. That way I can hear you guys.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
There's one.
There's one gum drop. There's the other gum.
There's two. Okay. So here is my title.
That's actually a nice title, actually.
Aliyah, sweet.
Yeah.
Champion.
And right here it says PSG because I'm technically the PSG Student Showcase Champion. PSG stands for Pacheco Square Garden. That's the building that we run shows. And then on this side, it has the East Bay Pro Wrestling logo, Academy logo, but in white instead of yellow. And then something that's really pretty that I like is not only do we have the side tiny plate right there that says Pacheco Square Garden, or it says Performance Center with the Pacheco Square Garden little logo with the ring in there. Sorry. But the tip of the belt also has it. It's kind of heavy, but it's also right there.
That's cool.
That's
so
awesome.
Yeah, it's a very pretty.
Well, that's the picture that you send us with the title on your shoulder. Is that
this guy right here.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool. You have any stickers or no?
No. There is one sticker that I was asking. Well, I was asked if I was okay with coordinating. Which is, I don't know if you guys saw that drawing of myself, Kimmy, and Jordan, and it looked like it was kind of Street Fighter, and it was the three of us. Yeah, those might be getting made. I have to check in with Jordan to see if they're gonna get made. But if they are, like, I'm hyped for that. It'll be my first sticker.
Great. Me and you I'll send you my address and we'll do a swap. Like dudes at ringside for only me a sweet sticker.
Oh, okay.
Geek, you have the sticker available. Sticker.
Now I guess she went to get the belt, so now I guess I have to go up and
you
get
gotta get up now.
You're the heel, Geek. Get to moving, Geek. You. That's all in friendship. I would never yell at Geek because he's like my best friend, and I wouldn't. If he went after Geek, I'd flip out. I take my glasses off and I'd beat him.
If I could show him off right now from the camera.
Oh yeah. Geek's taller than me, but I'm stronger than Geek. I would hurt him.
Gotcha.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. There's the logo.
Yep. Taking out of that. There you go. So when you get your stickers, please let us know, and we will do a swap immediately. Because we love stickers. I have a little coin jar that as in, my Ghostbuster buddies, they send us stickers. They send me stickers, and I would send them the Ghostbuster stuff. My phone jar has now become the home of Ghostbusters and whatever wrestlers send us.
Nice.
And we had Shorty in the chat. Alfie wasn't there, but we send one to Alfie, and we're like, Alfie's like, "Do you want a T-shirt?" And I was like, "T-shirt for a sticker?" And Geek went, "Shut up, Joe. We can get a T-shirt. Where is it? No, not here. Not here. I can't find it." But she sent us a T-shirt from England.
Oh, wow, that's so
like
sweet.
Her side of her face, and it's her hair all up, and it says, "Alfie the spear of the sirens."
Yeah, the Spirits something.
I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. She sent us a sticker. We sent her a sticker, a piece of paper with a sticky trap on it.
Yeah. And she sent a whole shirt.
A T-shirt.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I was just like, Geek was so surprised. He was like, "It came." I'm like, and he got it. I was like, "Did she not send me a T-shirt?" I was the one talking to her. Like, Geek, you didn't even get on the chat. I was the one talking to her every day, giving her ideas. She sent us a promo a few days ago. I think that was the same day you sent us yours.
Oh, nice.
I think
promo.
I'm not sure. And she told it's coming, and I was like, she's like, "I'll send it this week," and I was like amped. I was like, "It's coming." It never came. I'm like, we didn't get a promo that week.
No.
And then she sent it ours Friday. No, maybe it was Friday when she sent the promo. But it's funny because you sent both preview and promo. Because I asked, because I like as I said, I like the write, and I like when movies give you like a build-up promo, like what you did. I'm coming on the Dudes at Ringside podcast on August
16th.
August 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what I love. And then I don't load that till like Sunday night. I'll load that video. And then the fans are like, what's this? What's this awesome thing that's happening on Dudes at Ringside at 8 o'clock on the East Coast and 5 p.m. on the West? Let me check that out wherever I could find a podcast after the podcast the next day. Yeah. So you could also tell your friends that if they missed the show on Twitch or YouTube, they could always go on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. We're everywhere.
Okay.
Apple Pods, and Google as well.
Cool.
Yes.
Nice.
So
I'm trying to get on the big one, but Geek doesn't think we'll make it on there.
Which one are you talking about?
Oh my god, Spotify? No.
Those are the big ones.
There's one that's the biggest one that everybody's like, "Oh, you should be live on there." I'm like, I don't think we can. Oh wait, here's our T-shirt. That's not available yet. I don't think I have it.
It's a prototype.
Oh, there you go. Got the logo on there.
So if we ever get a T-shirt, we ever get T-shirts, we'll have to like shoot you one.
Sweet.
We'll send you a sticker because we know you're on our side. We know we this is straight fun. You could be a character, you don't have to be a character. This is like family friends. Like,
yeah.
And we're uncensored. I think today is the first episode that me and Geek didn't drop an A-bomb, an F-bomb.
Marco did.
Nice.
Marco did. I did not. I could have went after him straight, like Taz style. Who the fuck do you think you are? I didn't want to go crazy. I didn't know how you would have reacted. Like, whoa.
Whoa. I have a younger audience. They can't listen to this now.
Joe, think of the sweets.
Yeah.
Your case. Think of the sweets instead of think of the children. Think of the sweets.
Think of the sweeties. Ah.
Their ears. Their moms are running around covering their ears. All right. Aliyah, if you have to go, we totally understand.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should probably get going soon.
We want to thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. And we'll definitely take you up to come back in 2022. We got more stories.
Hopefully, because I couldn't think of any of the in-ring ones, but I had one in my head that just stuck out. So we will see.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll have more titles.
Yes. Yes. Let's
Yes,
hope for the
queen.
best.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
I guess after Marco turned heel on me, I guess you could beat him for another title.
Yeah.
Right.
Coming for you. We're not going to talk about him. I don't want to get in a bad mood again. I'm going to leave on a high note, okay?
All right. Bye. All right. Bye. Thanks so much.
Guys.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
That was awesome.
That was fun, except for Marco. He's got a lot of things coming to him, and it's called a Panther Lock. He's going to get knocked out.
He turned heel on the heel. What the hell?
I think he seriously was mad. How many times have we talked about him on our podcast?
None. But
whatever.
Whatever. You want to say? Well, actually, I want to talk a little bit about before we go, Joe. This Saturday, I had the privilege to go to the Victory Pro Wrestling show. And actually, Mr. Johnny Collins had something to say to our friend Joe here.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to get off your chest, Joe? Or
Oh, yes. And you better make a clip of this. Ready to go, Geek?
Yeah.
Ready? Hey there, Johnny Collins. It's Joe the Panther the Third, scratching your face like an angry cat. So you want to call me a peasant? You want to call me a peasant? Your voice sounds like a squeaky toy that a dog I stepped on as I was walking out the house. When you lose that title match on September 11th or whenever you do the match, I'm going to be sitting there ringside watching you and laughing at you. Laughing at you, squeaky boy. You ain't the pretty boy. You're the squeaky boy. Rant over.
I'm sorry, Joe. I have to disagree with that. I think he's going to win the title on September 11th.
I don't think it's happening. I think he's going to lose. Oh, you won't even show up.
You think so? What?
No, or he won't even show up. Because he's a squeaky toy. You'll be too busy flat on the floor because he can't get up because he's a squeaky toy. He can't fight by himself because he has his what do they call them? Oh, what's the guy from Blue's Clues?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, right?
What's the name of the guy that hangs out with Blue?
Steve.
His little double Steve. He can't hang out by himself because Steve times 2 has to back him up, right? What Steve sweatshirt am I going to wear today? Okay, we have one wears a blue shirt, the other one wears a yellow shirt. Okay. Yeah, so, all right, let's end the podcast on a high note.
All right. I want to thank all our guests. Oh, no, I guess. I want to thank Aliyah Mia Sweet for coming on our podcast today. I want to thank all the wrestlers for supporting the show in the chat today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shorty. Tamaku, and Riley Measures. Thank you so much.
And Shorty, thanks, Shorty. I know we haven't heard anything from Kiara anymore. I think Shorty became the new best friend. We love you. We love you, Kiara, wherever you are. We miss you, lady. All right. Thank you to my grandfather. Thank you to my cousin. And thank you to the Blue Demon for lighting the way for all Latino wrestlers. Support your local wrestling federation.
And remember, http://streamlabs.com/dudes@ringside. And support all local indies, NYWC, VPW, Creative Pro Wrestling. Go buy your tickets today to the shows. Buy the wrestler shirts.
On Pro Wrestling Tees or whatever shirt place they use for their service.
Or their online store as well.
We will see you Thursday for Straight Talk and the mini hosts.
Take care.
Peace out.